For this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Live Oak International, an annual horse show that takes place in Ocala, Florida. Okay, so quick disclaimer before I really jump into this one. I don't really know anything about horses. I'm just part of the general public. The only thing I could really tell you about horses is I really appreciate the animals and their athleticism, and I really do like watching these equestrian events, even if I have no idea what I'm talking about. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I can tell you about this footage. I recently attended this horse show in March 2023, and it was the 32nd annual event that has taken place here in Ocala. Now, I've already filmed some of the horse jumping events at the World Equestrian Center, so they were doing horse jumping here as well. But what made this particular horse show a little different was they also had horse driving events, which you'll see they're basically maneuvering these obstacle courses with these horse-drawn carriages at quite a bit of speed. Some of these horses were really trotting through the obstacles, and what was crazy is I didn't film any, but there was a class where they actually had 4 horses pulling these large carriages through these obstacles that you're seeing, and I really only filmed the single or dual horse setups, but they had these giant carriages with 3 people maneuvering them, pulled by 4 horses, and they were just booking it through these obstacles. It was pretty wild to watch. The other highlight of the show was obviously the Budweiser Clydesdales, and they had the Clydesdales kind of pulling a wagon around the competition arena, and also you could see the Clydesdales up close in kind of like a zoo stable area. It was pretty nice. I mean, I am always just shocked of just how huge Clydesdales are. I'm around horses a lot. I go to the World Equestrian Center like every week, and the show jumping horses are so much smaller than those Clydesdales. Those Clydesdales, I think, are like 2,000 pounds, and they stand like 7 or 8 feet tall. I mean, they're absolutely massive animals. I just can't believe the size and scale of them. So, as you can see, they actually had a bunch of horse boutiques and their typical carnival style foods, and they had a beer garden here, and this particular event took place over 3 days, and they had all kinds of different competitions, and I only really filmed the carriage races. I didn't bother with the show jumping because, again, I go see show jumping every week at the World Equestrian Center, so I focused more on the Clydesdales and the carriage racing just because that was truly unique for this event. Tickets for adults for the general admission ran about $10. Children 6 and under get free admission. And there were all kinds of vendors here. This reminds me of, one of those typical community events. They had people, showing off their latest tractors, and they had a company showing off their fleet of private jets, all kinds of stuff. So it was kind of random when you think about it, but overall it was fine. So it's my overall bottom line for this particular event. As someone who still acts like a 12-year-old, I can definitely understand how some kids probably wouldn't be into it. If you're not into horses or equestrian, just don't have that interest. If you don't have that interest in horses or equestrian events, then I could see how this would be a boring thing to do. I personally have the interest, but I would say that this is an event that is a coin toss whether your kids are going to be into it or not. As an adult who is into horses, I would think this is a really fun event to witness. There's just something amazing about seeing the carriage races. The Clydesdales themselves are also just amazing to see in person. I'd seen Super Bowl commercials over the years, but I've never actually seen a Clydesdale in person until I came to this event, so that was kind of a nice perk. Overall, I would recommend the Live Oak event for people who enjoy horse events. And if you're not into horse shows or seeing horses in person, then you could probably skip it. Well, that pretty much wraps up all my thoughts on the Live Oak International. I'm just going to play some music for the rest of this video to show you what the event actually looks like.